Looking at films defines editing as a selection and arrangement of shots and sounds. Editing determines just how long shots are on the screen for and in what order the audience views them. 2001: Space Odyssey uses editing to portray the complicated yet simple meaning of life and evolution. Stanley Kubrick, the director of 2001: Space Odyssey, was a well-known director, screenwriter, and photographer. He produced the movies Fear and Desires, Spartacus, The Shining, and so many others. Two kinds of editing techniques that he used in 2001: Space Odyssey were montage and the Kushlov effect. Montage editing is the creating and communication of meaning through juxtaposition. Montage editing allows the audience to understand what is going on in the film without it having to be said. You could not have one shot without the other. This is extremely important in this film because even though it is 2 hours and 25 minutes long, there is roughly only about 40 minutes of dialogue. An example of montage editing in 2001: Space Odyssey is when Dave Bowman is traveling through what seems to be the surface of Venus and experiencing a type of transformation through colors. The only way people know how Dave is reacting is through the stills of the face that quickly appear on the screen. His face appears to be looking scared, frightened, unsure, or maybe even curious. The audience would not know that Dave is experiencing the effect of the colors had it not been for the stills of his face, paired with the colors. The next form of editing that Kubrick uses is the Kushlov effect. The effect gets its name from an influential filmmaker in the 20th century Soviet Union, Lev Kushlov. The editing technique is all about having the audience fill in the blanks. HAL 9000 is a computer system that is on board the spacecraft, and he is the best example of this. As the film goes on, the audience sees HAL have human-like emotions. HAL is a computer, so this is not portrayed through facial expressions, and his voice stays monotone the entire time. Rather, this is portrayed through the actions Hal does and the way the audience feels for him. From the start of the film, the audience sees Hal confident to his own technology to run the ship. As the movie goes on, Hal has a malfunction but will not admit to it. He then kills off one of the crew members and begs Dave to not kill the program. The audience is the one who decides that Hal is scared of dying and that the program has emotions, even though Hal never explicitly tells the audience that. This cannot be portrayed without the Kushlov effect. Another film that uses the Kushlov effect is The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street uses a single stoic photo of Leonardo DiCaprio, followed by a set of 3 photos to portray different emotions he is feeling. First, they show a girl in the room, indicating that he is being driven by lust. Second, they show a photo of a destroyed car, and it portrays the feeling of being upset. And finally, they show a photograph of a donut, which makes the audience think he is hungry. Even though his expressions never changed, the audience was able to pick up what the character might have been feeling, and they feel it on a personal level. While Wolf of Wall Street and 2001: Space Odyssey may be 2 different movies, the emotion and message they were trying to convey by using the Kushlov effect is shown. This shows that by using this editing technique correctly, it can have a great impact on how the movie is portrayed.